Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Justin's Quest, and today's video continues the Life is Strange series with Life is Strange 2 and the short game, The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit. Like I mentioned in the first video, I will not be talking about Life is Strange True Colors, as I didn't really vibe with it, so I didn't play it and finish it, so therefore I won't be giving my thoughts on video about it. And everyone, I do apologize if my voice sounds a bit rusty because I lost my voice for a few days and it just came back, but I do still feel the consequences and it's not 100% right. But hey, I had to talk about the games I love and make videos on it. Life is Strange 2 is developed by Dontnod Entertainment and published by Square Enix. Even though it has 2 in its title, it is not a direct sequel to the first game. It's more like an anthology, with each game featuring new characters and stories. But what carries over, the themes it delves in, the vibes it has, its gameplay, the choices, and fantastical powers. I played this game when it first came out, and I was so excited for it. Building on the strong impression the first game left on me, I played Life is Strange 2. And I have to say it's a very good game and a great experience. I love the setup and the overall narrative, but it does fall short compared to the first game. So, let's start with the gameplay. The gameplay of Life is Strange 2 is very similar to the previous one. You can control the main character Sean, you can move around and talk to people, look at objects that will prompt Sean to say something that will build the world more and give context to stuff. Once more, there's dialogue options, and you can't use powers. Yes, this time around, the main character Sean doesn't have powers. This is where Life is Strange 2 changes things up. Sean's younger brother Daniel has powers, and this was a unique gameplay feature they have brought. Sean can give commands to Daniel to use his powers to get out of some unfortunate situations. For example, Sean can give commands to Daniel to use his telekinetic powers in certain situations. You, playing as Sean, can influence Daniel's behavior, including how and when he uses his abilities. These choices affect the relationship between the brothers and the story's progression. Also, Sean can guide Daniel in using his powers for tasks such as solving puzzles, helping them escape danger, or even defending themselves. However, Sean's influence over Daniel's power is shaped by the moral choices you make as the player. Daniel observes Sean's actions and decisions, and this affects how obedient or independent Daniel becomes over time. This moral system was so well done that I was double thinking how to approach some scenarios with my choices. Gameplay wise, Dontnod made improvements in the animation department. The game plays, controls and looks smoother than the first game. There's also more crucial choices presented to the player. The exploration is improved with places having more to walk around and explore.
You see that? Looks like a clicker. Creepy.
Yeah.
Stop it.
I like the more open design to the world because it made me feel like I was there with the characters. Through exploration, I got how strong that brotherhood between Sean and Daniel was. It felt real and genuine. The story this time around was a cross-country adventure with many emotions thrown into the mix. We start with Sean and Daniel living a relatively happy life with their dad. But after an incident that causes their dad to be killed by a police officer, Daniel's telekinetic powers activate and the explosive reveal of his powers accidentally kills the police officer. I remember the opening being very solid. Straight away we start a conflict that will shape how the story progresses. The brothers then decide to go to Mexico, more specifically to Puerto Lobos. I hope I pronounced that right, because that is where their dad is from, and they believe they can be safe there after getting followed by US authorities. The story had many ups and downs, and I loved the whole journey to Mexico. Okay, spoiler time, this is the ending I got. In my ending, they did reach Mexico. Both grown up, Sean was missing an eye and Daniel was using his powers for not so great things. The lifestyle they both had wasn't ideal or how I would have imagined, but I was satisfied with how it ended because they accomplished their dream of reaching Mexico and always being together and sticking with each other. The routes I took them in the story naturally led to the ending I got. And like I said, not my perfect ending, but I was super satisfied. Where the story took a low point for me was when the brothers met the drifters. I just couldn't connect with the drifter characters. But some good story points happened during that time, like the whole tension set in the drug farm, and that particular story ending with the police coming was some good shit. After that portion though, it ramped up, with issues dealing with racism and border control, which I was super shocked that they would tackle a topic like that in the game. And that topic was so relevant at that time, some might argue it is also relevant now too. The characters in Life is Strange 2 were so relatable like the first game. We follow Sean and Daniel. It was good to see Sean act more grown up and take care of Daniel even if he wasn't all that mature. Seeing Sean comfort his brother and be a good or bad influence, obviously depending on the player's choices and actions, brought many well-written character interactions. Daniel being the young brother with powers and how he deals with that was emotionally so well done. But the core of the game is the brothers' love for each other, and it's a big standout in this game. But this is where my issues come. I was engaged with the side characters in the first game, but this time around I wasn't fully engaged with them. Especially, like I mentioned before, the drifters. I didn't care for them that much, apart from Captain Spirit, which he got a short game to flesh him out as a character. This is a cross-country story, so I do understand the constant change in side characters, but they could have been more fleshed out. For example, Sean leaving his friends back in his hometown and never really contacting them again. I do understand that leave your past behind is a message, but it felt so sudden to me. With Life is Strange 1, being in a single city made me feel more connected to the characters. And I have to say, it was good to see David again and the character development he goes through. The brother's story is what carried this game. Yes, some side characters could have been thought out and fleshed out more, and the dip the story goes through in the middle hurts it for me. But still, this is a great time and you will be engaged with the story to see it through to the end. The influence and the moral system with Daniel really brought many gameplay elements that impacted the story. And also the heavy themes were handled with care and love. So my score for Life is Strange 2 is an 8 out of 10. The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit. Captain Spirit was a small game that acted like a companion piece to Life is Strange 2, and it was a super charming one. A chill experience to get introduced to a character that plays a relatively small role in the main game. We follow Chris Eriksen as he imagines that he has powers and becomes his alter ego, Captain Spirit, to fight off his toys who are the supervillains. Chris is dynamic with his father, and the somber atmosphere stood out to me, but there was not much else to it. It was a short demo for Life is Strange 2. The ending of the game teases he might actually have powers, but if you play the main game, you know what really happens. And some dialogue options will be different in the main game if you keep your save file in Captain Spirit game. So like the demo, my thoughts on this game was short and hopefully sweet, so overall this will get a 7 out of 10. Okay everyone, if you like this video please like and don't forget to subscribe. I will be making a thoughts on video on Life is Strange Double Exposure once that game comes out and I finish it. I really want to take my time with it. And comment down below, what did you think of Life is Strange 2? Was it better than the first for you, or was it worse? Let me know and I'll see everyone on the next video.